อย่างนั้นอย่างจริง Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to SME United. Welcome. First time we are using the StreamYard to do the recording, and hope you enjoyed it. My name is Alan Look from SME United. Today the topic is about tax. Tax is very sensitive. You have to pay, but you also don't want to pay a lot. So love and hate. Hello. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello.你都没有进。 Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Jose, can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. Only the music.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There's no sound. Okay. Okay, can.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's some technical issue now. We are back. Welcome to SME United. Okay, I think it's because of the traffic. It's very, very strong just now. So
Music only.
thank you very much. So today the topic is tax planning. Tax planning meaning is like you have to pay tax. Meaning is like how can you make your tax more efficient? So it's more to you as a SME boss, and then how are you going to merge your personal tax and corporate tax? Because most of the time you are filing your tax, right? At the same time, you have to put your business profit. So, okay, I'm from Cloud Consulting. Actually, we are creating this SME United is to make everyone can come here to share information and knowledge so we can go digital. Thank you very much. So we want your support. Okay, please subscribe because subscribe is very important to have more people to join us. Then you can have more people to join us, and then we learn from each other, and then we can excel together. Okay, Alan Look is my name. So actually, I'm accountant, and also I'm a part-time lecturer. So today I'm the speaker, but we have a lot of different speaker in future. Talk about my marketing education, even like CSR. So today we are about tax planning operation. Now, do you know that you have to submit your tax by 18th of April? We don't know. Never mind. Actually, the submission is extended to end of September, May. So what is tax? Tax is very important. So somebody have an idiom very famous. They say in this world, nothing can be said to be certain. Nothing is certain except death and tax. It's very famous. Like yeah, I mean we are happily living in this world, and one day we have to leave it. So it's quite certain, right? And tax also very certain. So we have Benjamin Franklin in 1789 already mentioned this tax, death and tax. So nothing's be scary, but I'm sure you will be taxed if you make profit. Yeah, you have income, unless you really declare that you have no income, totally no income. So a bit doubt lah. Huh? Okay, some of the tax, some of the thing you need to understand what is some of the jargon. I always heard about it before I become an accountant. Why we always say year assessment 2020, meaning is for your year end to the 2019. Meaning when you say year assessment 2020, meaning is like your tax is related to last year. So everything when you say year's assessment is about preceding calendar year. So for personal tax, basically we need to know that we have to don't confuse the date, because if you confuse the date, then you jalat, you say yes assessment 2020, then that means what? I only need to pay tax next year. No, yes assessment meaning is 2020 mean last year. Don't confuse, you confuse. You forgot to file your tax. Okay, what is the tax in Singapore? So tax in Singapore actually based on the source principle, meaning it's like you earn the income from Singapore, then you pay tax. Okay, although they say that since 2004, all your income from overseas, you no need to pay, but actually only not 100% true. Actually, some of them are no need to pay, but the money from overseas, some of them you have to pay tax also. Okay, this is a deadline. That's why you still have 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks to go. Don't worry so much. That's why you had to get some tips. To this, I give you some tips. I'm not teaching you how the taxation is so boring about taxation. You know, we have a subject in accounting that every year we have tax. You know, international tax, Singapore tax. Ah, yeah, so many tax. I also don't know how I passed. I got A also. Then at the same time, we need to know that ah so today I highlight and give you some strategies. How are you going to make your tax efficient? Okay, so for your personal, remember it's like 31st of May. And for company meaning is like because when you submit your tax, they will ask whether you have business income. One is employment income, one is business income. That's why you always have to file how much you earn from your company. But because of different financial year end of the company, last year company tax may not include or this year. So that is why you need a tax consultant like me to teach you how to do. So but anyway, company will financial year will be different like March, June, September, December lah. I seldom see like February, like April, this something have, but very difficult for people to do account for you and we have odd months to close your account. So let's say December, last year December, you have to submit your estimated chargeable income 3 months after December. Then you must file your CS, the exempted public limited, you it's under CS form. Then you have to file this year November. So, but this time I don't focus on company, but just let you know for information. And then you also forgot, you don't forget you have a company, you have to file ACRA. ACRA will fine you. The fine is like you late filing, your filing of changes is late. You know the filing is can be like $30, $6. I can see my client like fine like $400 per transaction. Let's say people really forgot to file ACRA for 7 years. Every year for $300-400 is around a lot. How much? So you must have a professional file agent like me lah. Okay, some of the terms you have to understand when I say you be taxed by IRAS in Singapore. Who are you? You know, of course you are handsome man or pretty girls, but it means it's your status. Are you a Singaporean, a PR, employment plus, or actually a foreigner, totally foreigners? The charge of your income tax is totally different. Let's say you're Singaporean or PR and you're working in Singapore, then it's okay. But even you're Singaporean, you work overseas, then you can talk to your IRAS. You don't need to pay tax in Singapore, but only overseas. But I mean, if you are Singaporean and working in Singapore, you are tax resident. How about your foreigners? We have many foreigners, right? We have to take care of them. So when they work in Singapore, more than 183 days, then they consider to be tax resident. You know what's the difference between tax resident and non-resident? Because tax resident have a better rate, better tax rate compared to non-resident. I will show you later. So you better be a Singaporean PR or work in Singapore for 183 days. Let's say you are not a Singaporean non-resident. Now, the tax resident, the income tax rate for individual are progressive. Like you earn less, you pay less. You earn more, you pay more. But if you are a foreigners, it's a flat rate, 15%, or according to the tax rate, and which one is higher? and no entitled, not entitled tax relief. So that's why it's so different between tax resident and non-resident. So if you want to be a Singaporean, one of the major reasons is you want to pay lesser tax. So it's a progressive resident tax rate. The higher income you earn, the more tax you pay. Yeah, this is a tax table for 2020. Assessment year. So how does it work? So as a tax consultant or accountant, I must have a calculator. It was so big, calculator. Every time you have to calculate, right? Handphone also can, but I still use a big one. Let's say the rate is like if you earn the whole year income is less than 20,000, zero tax rate. That means it's Singapore allow you as a tax resident if you earn less than 20,000, no tax. And the maximum is 22%, meaning it's like the cap, not cap. I mean, you earn 320,000 or above, you have to pay 22%. Like 5 years ago, I worked for a Singapore listed company. Usually, a CEO earn 50,000, 50,000 a month. 50,000 a month means how much for a year? 600,000. So it's a lot of money. So that's why you need to plan your tax. Example one. I will let you know what is the meaning of income and chargeable income. Totally different. If your chargeable income is 18,000, how much you need to pay for the tax? You look at the tax rate table. The table will show you. The first 20,000, zero. Next 10,000, next 10,000 is 2%. So now not even hitting 20,000. So 80,000, so you only pay zero tax. If your chargeable income is 400,000, for chargeable income means after your income minus all the deduction is 400,000. Then you calculate the table is at the end. So 320,000, they tell you already 44,050, 550 plus another 80,000, right? Because 320 plus 80 is 400, right? You need a calculator to calculate. So 17,800. Then you times 20%. So total tax you have to pay is 62,150. It's around 15%. So you earn less, you want to earn more, right? Then you have to learn how to be tax efficient. So today I will give you some strategies. Okay. No capital gains tax like property. Don't be confused. I didn't say no property tax. Property tax you have to pay. But if you sell your property and you earn because you sell the property, this is called capital gain. That one no need to pay tax. Of course, sometimes government will have some measure to cool down the property. That's the extra things. But you come to income tax after the everything you pay government, then the income is no tax. But you still have to report that what is your income from selling of a property. No inheritance tax, meaning is like for those kind of inheritance, people will write a will and he pass away, how much he will give to his children or the loved one or wife or mistress. So those people receive the inheritance money, no tax. And a lot of insurance agent, I have a very good one. His name called Joe. So I also learned. I also have a license, but I never practice. What happened is like you have a mistress and you want her to have part of your inheritance to buy insurance for him, for her. Yeah, it's easier. Okay, if you want the tax calculator, you go to the IRAS website. They will tell you it's like an Excel spreadsheet, and you won't miss anything to file your tax. Okay, again, sell property, no tax on the capital gain, but property tax you have to pay. Okay, come to more details about the operation of your personal individual tax. Just now I mentioned, right, chargeable income. Income is everything you lump together, less the tax deduction. That's why you must understand what kind of income you have and what kind of tax deduction you can deduct. Then you become chargeable income. Then plus the tax rate, then it is the tax payable. Again, tax. So your target is like don't to get to understand what is the tax deduction. Before you know the deduction, you have to understand your income. Now, not just employment. The income is everything you earn. Even those from overseas, you transfer back to Singapore, you have to pay tax. If you stay the money in overseas, then probably you don't need to pay. Okay. For example, there are four major sources of your income. Employment. So a lot of people have full-time job at the same time they have business, or some of the people like taxi driver, like grab car driver, they're self-employed. So their money is all from business or self-employed. They even don't have a company. Then we call themselves self-employed. Government grant, some of the grant you get from the government to support your salary, you have to report this is your income. So I just highlight not just salary, when you have a full-time job, salary, bonus, director fee, commission. How about allowance? Commission you have to pay. If the company give you stock, then the gain of the stock option you have to pay. You have to consider to be income. Pension, retrenchment, you got retrenched, it is income. Okay. How about dividend? Yeah, you can have dividend, but dividend is no need to pay tax one. I will show you later. So if you have run a business, you employ yourself. Again, you're a hawker, you're a driver, you don't have a company, but use your name to do this business as self-employed. If you set up a company called sole proprietorship, also can. But I don't find it's useful because you have unlimited liability as a sole proprietorship. People set up a company limited, exempt company limited is because to avoid the liability. Income from partnership, from overseas, and a virtual currency. So you say, oh, all the money cannot see one. No, you buy this a virtual currency, you still have to pay tax. Government, like some of the credit bonuses in payout, all these are cash related to your salary, or then this also counted as sort income. Other sources, dividend I mentioned, dividend is no need to pay tax, but you still have to tell IRAS how much dividend you earn. Rent from property, winnings, strike 40, then you still have to pay tax. Okay, gain from profit and income nature. So just now, you don't like to listen, right? I have to count all my income. Yes, you must. Okay. As a good citizen, you must. And you don't, because sooner or later they will find out. So you better don't hide. I rather you don't spend time. How are you going to like forget to report your income? You spend more time. How do we get the deduction? The deduction is open. It's available in IRAS website. Just like how many of us really spend time on it? That's why you're here. Listen to me. Okay, tax deduction, we call expenses. Okay, you employed by an MNC or company pay you salary, right? So you have business trip, the company pay you back, right? Then it's okay, you need to claim. But so what happened? You didn't claim your expenses from your boss. Yeah, you can deduct. Keep the receipt lah. Okay, business expenses. If you have a business, you are running a sole proprietorship, self-employed individual or partners in a partnership, like Grab car, they assume you how many percent expenses, how much percent is income. But I suggest you really keep all the receipts so that you can charge as a deduction. Expense incurred solely for rental income. Let's say you have property, you better rent out, right? Then you have a rental income, right? Your rental income, all the expenses related to generate this rental income, you can claim, like property tax, like renovation. So it's tax deduction, some more. Donation, yes. But donation, there's Mr. Tan in Facebook. Oh, okay, raise fund for what do you pay? Oh, okay, I can pay, can deduct tax. So you you donate 100,000. Then you find out actually Mr. Tan he got a foundation, a charity, but it's not registered as IPC. There's no tax exemption, so cannot be deducted. So you want a donation and tie with your tax deduction, you must find out those organizations are IPC. Okay, then you have a tax exemption. Angels, investor tax, if you as a enterprise Singapore to introduce you, then you get some fund to invest in the company. Those are angel investors. Then this can claim tax relief. Of course, like I mean, this is very famous. Like how many babies you have, you have wife, your working mother, your parents, your grandparents. Those relief your NS man can up to 80,000. Okay, rebates. I heard 2019 you can cap to 50% of your chargeable income, cap to 200 is very minimum. But I didn't hear year assessment 2020. So again, you are married, there's some tax saving. So spend more time to tax deduction. Don't try to avoid the income. So it's illegal to not to report your income. You must report the income, but spend more time to understand what kind of deduction you have. Okay, like last time I have a property, I never claim tax the expenses. So I will tell you, even the mortgages are the interest for your mortgages. You pay mortgages right for the property. The interest can claim also. Okay, again for the individual, you go to the IRAS website. They have a tax calculator. You use it as an Excel spreadsheet. So far so good. I hope you are not sleeping. But anyway, if you are tax resident, again, if you are Singaporean, PR, you work in Singapore, all your foreigners and working in Singapore more than 183 days a year, you can charge according to the Singapore tax rate and the relief. Okay. Again, they encourage you to put money in CPF for your retirement. I will encourage to get married so you have a lot of relief from your spouse, from working mother. Then you take care of your parents or grandmother, it's a relief of it. If you're a baby, you have a relief for babies also. So many relief, you have to understand what is that. Okay, today I'm not going to go details, but I will give you some details later during the strategies part. Again, deadline IRAS is extended to 31st May. Still got one more month. So what you do is you e-file. I know what to do, right? But if you don't know how to go into the website, you have to let me know. Either I become your tax agent, I can be your tax agent. Then you have to choose either personal tax or business tax. If you are filing your individual tax, you go to the personal tax, not business tax. When you own a sole proprietorship or a partnership, you go to personal tax. Okay, not business tax. Business tax is only for exempt private limited or whatever, foundation or company limited by guarantee. Okay, because your sole proprietorship and your partnership all included in your personal tax. IRAS, not ACRA. ACRA company, every company, no matter what is the entity, you must file. Don't confuse, okay? So go electronic. You ask me how to do paper, I also don't know. I think just post, right? So far, so good, right? This is individual tax paying. So understand, you must know that you are tax resident. Okay, are you married or are you single? Then most of the strategy you can't have it, but you can move in or live with your parents, support your parents. You have some relief. Now I will go to the business. Business also got tax resident or not tax resident, or tax resident means your Singapore company lah. Some of the company are wholly owned by foreigners. Basically, it's a shareholding lah, less than 30% or more than 30% of shareholding. So you totally are a foreign-owned company that you're not tax resident. So because this topic is more to your individual reporting, so I'm more focused on sole proprietorship, partnership, and self-employed. Again, you're full-time working as a Grab car driver or taxi driver, but you don't register as a company, so you call yourself self-employed person. Okay, Singapore tax, this interesting thing. Just now it's an individual, right? This is a company. Individual, you have deduction, you have relief, but company tax, again, you have to calculate all the income, how much you earned last year, direct cost, and to become cross profit. Again, tax deductible expenses. Some of the expenses can deduct, some of the expenses cannot deduct. For example, depreciation, you cannot deduct depreciation. Okay, your personal expenses cannot. Okay, it's not business expenses. Net profit. Then the net profit is not the ultimate chargeable income, because Singapore is very good. The IRAS is very good. They give you tax exemption. They also got tax rebate. Every year is different. Okay, this year tax rebate should be 25%. Tax exemption is looking at, are you a new setup or not? If you're a new setup, your tax exemption is more. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about in this time, but in future we have a topic about company tax. This is the one you want to know that. Chargeable income is after your expenses, after your tax exemption, after your tax rebate, then you charge 70%. Okay, for this tax, for just now I mentioned, right, you can deduct your business expenses, deductible expenses. So what is this? General rules is like whatever expenses related exclusively and wholly related to generate your business income, then discount expenses can be deducted. Again, though expenses related wholly and exclusively to generate your business income, then you can deduct it. For example, nowadays, wow, people go and buy ice cream. People go and buy chocolate. Can I claim? No, because you buy this chocolate or ice cream is for your children, for your enjoyment, is not generating your business income, so you cannot claim this. But you say, Alan, I buy this is for my staff benefit. Okay, you have to convince IRAS use this period. You have staff in the office and enjoying your chocolate lah. Everybody working from home, so must be honest. I mean, if not relating to your business income, then don't deduct as expenses. For example, you actually subscribe Dropbox, you subscribe Zero, you subscribe, you pay me as accountant to do your accounting. Yes, all these are related to generate your business income. Of course, you can claim the expenses and reduce your tax. All this concept is very important. Again, personal and private in nature, not allowable. Okay, you buy insurance for your kids, no, not allowable. Okay, unless your kids is already 28 years old working for your company, then yeah, of course, insurance is like staff benefit. One thing is you must put in the employment contract saying that you will buy insurance for him. Then you can claim. If not, you still cannot claim. Okay, capital in nature. Let's say fixed asset. Fixed asset you buy cannot. It's not expenses anyway. It's a fixed asset. You put in the balance sheet, not P&L. If you really want to claim, you can claim the depreciation in terms of capital allowance. Very complicated, right? For me, I know what to do lah. But if you don't know, then you can leave a message. I can answer you. Okay. Again, it's not related to business. You cannot claim. Again, oh Eleanor, I have a lot of expenses like accounting service lah. I subscribe zero or whatever. You buy things. Oh, you lost all your receipts. Then how cannot claim? You must have supporting document. Somehow you have to keep for 5 years. Anything happen, IRAS come to visit you, copy time, then you need to show them all the expenses. You have to keep the expenses. So cut the headache. Get a software like Zero, like Financial, subscribe and upload all your receipt to the software. Then you can sleep very well at night. You don't worry about all this something. Example, like for example, your example lah, you are a Grab taxi driver, whatever. Then you earn 80,000 last year. Oh, so much. Then you have to find out all your expenses related to your expenses. Okay. Or you have a running retail shop. Oh, cannot lah. Bubble tea also closed now. Online bubble tea. Let's say online bubble tea. You're 80,000. Then all your subscription to whatever software you use Lalamove or use transport or logistic to transport and deliver your goods. All these are expenses you can claim. But some of the personal expenses you cannot claim lah. Then you deduct it. Let's say total business expenses is 15,000. You lump everything together. So as an accountant or tax consultant, I will separate them. Oh, this is not allowed. This is allowed. So 心痛心很痛明明有15,000的 how come it's only 5,000 so sad. So your 80,000 minus 5,000, not minus 15,000, not 5 minus 10,000, only 5,000. So that's why you have to understand what can claim, what cannot claim. 你要知道什么可以 claim, 什么不可以 claim. If you claim wrongly, then IRAS come and check you, then you have to be fine. You will be fine. Incorrect, but you submit is okay. So it's 75,000. From there, you charge. Just now I give you the tax rate, right? I mean tax exemption, tax rebate, and then you charge 17%. So to sum up, like just now, business and also the rental income. You have property rent out. Remember, you keep all the receipt for the rental related, all these kind of expenses. Medical expenses, like for example, you have the medical for your staff, for yourself. For yourself cannot. I mean, for your staff cannot. For your staff is because for yourself is considered to be individual already. It's related to business, but you don't happily go and so nice. Okay, I stay to Glen Eagle, luxury one, then claim the medical expenses for your staff. Your son is your staff. Go there, enjoy it. The bill is 100,000. Oh, sorry. The cap is only 1% of your totally remuneration for last year, like your total staff salary. 1% only. Let's say your total staff benefit, staff salary last year is only like 100,000. You only can claim 1,000. So your medical bill 100,000 only can claim 1,000. So be careful on this. So valuation, capital allowance. Again, if you buy fixed asset, you can claim capital allowance. So how to do it? So I will show you example later. Again, there's a tax calculator in IRAS. I find IRAS, the website is very good. You go there, if you know how to read it, it's very, very complicated, but at least all the information is there. Then you will calculate all your business expenses and relief. It's very good. So far, so good. So we need to understand after the income, you need what kind of deduction you can have. Okay. So my question is, this is a true story. My one thing is like I help my client to do tax. Then he said, hey, Alan, I paid almost 10,000 last year. Then I look at it. Okay, I do some like accounting transaction and then tax planning. Then he only pay after 1 year. He only paid $250. Actually, it's just like you have knowledge. It's not avoiding. It's really really he can claim the tax just that he doesn't know. For example, the classic one is like, okay, you own a company, but not sole proprietorship, not partnership. Let's say it's a exam private limited. It's a company. You also have your own full-time employment. So you should get the salary from your company or not. But again, you have employed by someone, and you also have your own company. Your own company also paying you salary, and you also have another job, full employment, and in the company. Okay, should your company pay you salary or not? Because the company is making money, or you want to get some salary from your company. So how to decide whether you should get the salary from your own company? The question is like tax planning. You have to plan it properly. Tax planning meaning is like you have to understand your employment income high or low, and also your company making money or not. Let's say, for example, okay, your employment, let's say you only have like 10,000. That means it's like you still have another 10,000 because within 20,000 only to pay tax ma. Then your own company can pay you salary lah, but not more than 10,000 lah. Then you combine together, it's 20,000. You don't need to pay tax. Okay, but what happens if your employment, your ABC company listed in Singapore, and you already earn like 320,000? Then how? Then you still keep on asking your own company to pay you salary another 100,000 or director fee or bonus. So totally you have income like 420,000 of 22%. It's so much, you donate to SME United lah. So much. That's why we need as tax consultant like me to help you how to plan the tax. So let's say again, you already earn a lot, and your company also make a lot of profit, so you don't get salary from your own company. You get some payout directly from the company in terms of dividend. Dividend is after your company pay tax, 70% of the tax. Dividend you receive as a shareholders, no need to pay tax. So how much you can save? Okay. Again, company tax only 17%. Your personal tax maximum is 22%. So it's a lot planning you need to understand. Okay. Case study 2. So your company buy fixed asset because you mean the fixed asset can claim capital allowance. Yes, true. So again, you can anyhow go and buy a lot of fixed asset just because you have a lot of capital. You have to understand whether you are making money or not. If you're not making money and you claim the capital allowance, okay, and you bring forward to next year, you exempt company limited, the capital allowance carry forward, you cannot claim. Now, sounds very complicated, right? It's true. So you must plan. The January, let's say you close your account in December, January of next year, you need to plan your tax in terms of what budgeting. Then you know that you will have profit or not. Then you know that wow, my profit will be 2-3 million. Then of course you can do the expansion. You can do buy a fixed asset. Then you claim the capital allowance. If your company is making loss, you buy a fixed asset. You have to buy what? But you really waste all the capital allowance. It's an exempt private limited. Again, recommendation: tax planning in advance, not at year end. So sorry lah. Let's say now you have to report. You have filed tax for last year, right? Again, year assessment 2020 is last year 2019. You cannot plan anything now. Okay. So, but you can plan for this year 2020. That means it's a financial year assessment 2021. You let me know. Or if you have any problem to file your tax end of this May, let me know. Strategies. Come to the strategies is like how to make your tax pay lesser. Not avoiding, it's like to make yourself understand what's the deduction to maximize it. The first one is saving for retirement. Government is very encouraging all the people in Singapore to save for retirement, but not just put it in your bank. You put it in the CPF, you can have a lot of tax relief, like CPF top up to your special account, maximum cost 7,000. CPF top up to your loved one, for your loved one for a special account, or for your grandparents or whatever, your relative for retirement account. Also, you can claim 7,000. Medisave also can 4,500. And of course, for your own SRS, okay, can you imagine you have already like 300,000 chargeable income, and then you have to pay like 50 or 60,000. Then you put SRS every year is around 50,000. Last time, 3 years ago, is 15,000. And now it's 15,300. These are whole totally can claim, but only can get back this money 10 years later. But the point is, all the money you put in CPF, they give you interest. Even the Medisave, they give you interest 4%. If let's say totally SRS, all the CPF account, you have 100,000. Every year you have 4,000. Not much, not bad, So save for your retirement and put it in the CPF. Second strategy is very sensitive. So you say, I die want to be a single. Maybe it's the reason for you to change your mind to get married and have babies. Then you have a lot of tax incentive. Okay, you get married. You can't be not married and got children, right? So you have a child relief. Both father and mother both can claim 4K per kids. Yeah, unluckily they are handicapped for 7.5K. Okay, for mothers, always lady first. Because the mother is not supposed to work, and they should stay at home and take care of the babies and take care of the grandparents, sort of thing. Nowadays, we need talented workers. Like a lot of mother are very talented, and they can work very well at home and also outside. I have a lot of boss, a lot of CEO, they are ladies, they're very, very talented. So I think it makes sense. You get married, you have children, you work, you have child. Only for mother, father cannot. A child relief for working mothers is like from 15% to 30%. It depends on how many kids do you have. Alan, how many? If you 4 or 5, then it's all 30%. Okay, I mean, have babies. Okay, working mother also have to work. You ask your mother, your own mother, that means the children's grandparents, to take care of your kids. So usually it's like I have kids and then I work as a mother, and then I put my kids in my grandma's or my mother's homes every day. Then I come back and then take them back home. This is caregiver. Then you can claim 3K. If you're a working mother, you also can have foreign maid. Let's say you employ a maid, you have to pay levy, right? Then times two, you can deduct. Not bad, lah. Wow, so many benefits as a working mother. And also a parenthood tax rebate. So many. So get married and have babies, and also mother go and work. Again, uh, Singapore is very Asian country. It really like support people to take care of their parents. So if you take care of your parents or grandparents, there's some relief. The strategy is like, but you only can maximum claim two dependents. Straight away you move and live together with them. Then you can have the relief. Or you don't live with them, but you have to support them each every year $2,000. So that's why you need to prepare your bank statement or whatever expenses. Then you can claim. You say stay together, 9K each. Handicap parents relief 14K each. Okay. If stay apart, then 5.5K. If handicap is 10K each. It's quite a lot of relief for parents and grandparents. Also, go and now we're adult like SME as a boss, but anyway, we need to go for a class. Then you just upgrade yourself by go for a class, and maximum you can claim 5.5K. Let's say, Alan, I want to have a diploma, a certificate, or a degree. Can I claim? Probably you need to check MOH and IRAS. There's a website to show you. There's some recognized education institute, then you can go for it. Otherwise, other than that, you can't. Okay, employment expenses. Again, just now the strategy is like all these kind of strategies like have babies saving for retirement support your parents take a course, and also the employment expenses. What does it mean? I remember I mentioned just now, if you work for someone, some of the expenses related to your business, but you forgot to claim, you keep the receipt, you can claim. So if you're a landlord, remember, don't make the property idle. You rent it out, you got the income, but all the expenses of renovation, or the interest for the mortgage, because it's directly related to your property, then you can claim. So I'm not saying that the strategy is to buy property. My strategy for you as a landlord, if you have a property, better really rent out. Yeah, you can rent out to anyone. Okay. Okay, again, if you want to claim the deduction, all these must have supporting document. You have to support it with all the received. You don't throw away unless you already take a photo and upload to your software, accounting software, I mean. Okay, so come to almost the end. So the major two strategy I need to emphasize is the strategies to make yourself tax efficient is to do budget. Budget your company, probably do a budgeting for yourself for next year. Let's say 2001, 2022 now, you still can, it's only April. You budget, then you can see should you expand the company by spend more? Should you buy more fixed asset to claim the capital allowance? Or should you get the salary from your company? So this must plan. You cannot just think, suddenly imagine something. Imagine something then so bad, So the budget is interesting. So I may do another podcast for budget. Budget is very powerful. Again, another very important strategy is you get accounting software. I'm saying that is around like 50. US is $43 to subscribe Zero every month. Every year it's like $300, but you can have your data upload? Have you received upload? Yeah, most of the receipt I treat from zero. I didn't keep physical. Even I keep, I don't know where to find, right? Like for example, I go to a computer show. I want to buy a computer, same model I use. Which model I buy? Then I go in the zero and then I find, oh, last time I buy a computer in Acer, what model, or buy printer, the carbon cartridge. So you need all this sort of information. If you store inside the accounting software, it's so easy for you to access and to have the real time data to understand your financial situation to buy or not buy. So that's all. I hope you enjoy it. Any question? Any question you can just email me or inform Jose. Thank you very much. And then I hope you enjoyed it. So we will have this every week, and then hopefully next week we'll talk about set up how to set up a company in Singapore. Like there's a lot of knowledge you need to learn to set up what kind of company. Again, just now I mentioned, should I set up sole proprietorship or company limited or partnership? There's a lot of implication on tax also. So thank you very much. I hope I see you next week. Bye.